Well, guys, my work day is over. I'm at my truck. Guys are packing up, getting ready to leave. And I'm sitting in the back of my truck, changing my boots to my regular shoes because it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So I'm doing my Mr. Rogers thing and getting ready to get out of here. So it was a good day. But man, I'm tired. I don't know. I gotta take Cole for his walk today. We'll see. Well, hey guys, I'm off work and I stopped by the house, picked up my little buddy Cole. Cole, he's back there in the back seat. Excuse me. It was a hot one today. Trying to catch up with my water. Anyway, I had a good day. And I'm taking Cole to the park so he can go for a walk. I'll catch you when we get there. Okay guys, we made it to the park. And oh, that's shade, that feels so. This is the park we were at yesterday. We were underneath that tree right there. I never did take you guys on the walk that I took Cole on because I forgot my phone. So I'm taking you guys on the trail we went on yesterday. But anyway, it's Monday. I worked all day today. I had a really good day. I started early in the morning, 6 o'clock. We got off about 3. So we get 2 little short breaks. We get a 30-minute break. No, we get a 20-minute break in the morning and then a 15-minute break for lunch. It's pretty quick, and then we're back to work again. But anyway, I like the job. I'm working in my field, which is construction. I'm a bricklayer by trade. I've been doing bricklaying for over 30 years. I moved my way up from apprentice all the way into journeyman, making top pay. And I've really gotten good at it. We're really good at it. And I have certain advantages, being 6'2", you know, and I have a really athletic build, and I don't do any drugs or anything like that. This is a nice view right here. I just wanted you guys to see this. You couldn't see this yesterday, but it's really nice. I like this trail. But as I was saying, there's Cole. Come on, buddy. I gotten really good at what I do. Unfortunately, when you're in a world full of normal people, you can't be exceptional. They won't let you be exceptional because there's this thing called jealousy. You know, they can't stand to see you, better than they are. You know, nobody's better than anybody. And certain people just have advantages. You know, certain people have more than others, you know, and people don't like that. Oh, we got somebody else on the trail. All right, Cole, you good? You guys are all right. All right. Good boy. So anyway, I worked on a job after years of working and getting myself together and getting better and better at my trade. I'd gotten to the point where I was just exceptional. And unfortunately, the company I was working for, after working for different companies throughout the years, I happened to be working for this company that had some asshole Mexicans working for them or whatever. And they're asshole Mexicans not because they're Mexican, but because they were assholes. These guys got in their minds that nobody can work better than Mexicans. You know, and definitely not black people, you know. And I had a problem with that, you know. People think that Mexicans work better than anybody else because they're highly motivated to work, you know. Their country is messed up. They come here to make a better living, and I got no problem with that, you know. But they can't outwork me because I have advantages, you know. I don't care how much you want to beat me or work harder than I can or try to outdo me. You're not going to be able to do it because of my advantages. Like I said, I'm 6'2", you know, and I've got a real athletic build, and I'm not hindered by any drugs or alcohol, you know, so I'm at the top of my game, you know. Mexicans tend to be short, you know, little stocky guys, you know. They got disadvantages, you know. Of course, they all get together on the job and try to slow me down because they don't want me to outwork them. And so when you're a bricklayer, you need the laborers to give you your mortar. You need the laborers to give you your bricks or blocks or whatever material it is you're using. So if you don't get your materials, it slows you down. You can't work as efficiently or as fast as you normally could. So these guys got together and decided to shut me down. They wouldn't give me my mortar. They wouldn't give me my blocks or bricks. You know, they were real assholes, you know. And they got to the point where I couldn't work efficiently and whatever, you know. So instead of committing a mass murder and doing an active shooter deal, I was going to actually do it with my trowel. I was going to cut motherfuckers' heads off. You know, it got to the point where I was really thinking about fucking them up one day. But I had the presence of mind to say, no, these guys aren't worth going to jail for. So I tempered my anger and went on ahead and quit working for that company and worked for a different company. I've been working for different companies in temporary services and all kinds of stuff for the last few years, you know, and it's worked out better, you know. Sometimes it's better to prevent conflict, you know. Now, it's a small world. I was able to not do nothing to those guys on the job because if I would have, I'd be in prison right now. But it's a small world, and if I see one of those guys somewhere, I'm gonna break my hand on their face. If I'm in a situation where I think I can get away with it and do it and not be caught, like I stumble across them in a store or something, or walking down the street somewhere or something like that, and there's no witnesses that I can be, you know, identified other than that this is a black guy or something, you know, I may smash their face in. You know, I ain't talking about killing them. I'm just talking about knocking the living shit out of them, you know. So let's just hope I don't run into any of them, because if I do, they're gonna have a bad day, because they cost me my livelihood, my job, something I really love doing, you know. To keep from going to prison, I had to stop doing it. And it would have been like that with any company, anybody I work for, you know. That's just the way it would have been. And I'm getting older now. I can't do that stuff like I used to, you know. I can't keep up with these younger guys now. Excuse me. Now I'm tired, you know. But as a laborer, just giving the bricklayers their mortar, giving the bricklayers their bricks and whatever, I can do that all day long. And it's not killing me. It's not really physically, you know, painful or hurtful or anything. I can do this all day long. I did it today. I'm just tired because I'm not used to it. It's my first day in a long time doing this kind of work. I've been working temporary jobs, doing easy jobs, you know. These guys are gonna pay me good money, and they're paying good money now because the wages have went up on everything. You know, people aren't gonna come out and work for cheap You know, when you can go to McDonald's and work and get $16 an hour plus all the burgers you can eat. You know, they got to pay good money now, and they do. They pay really good money for just being a laborer. You know, so that chip I used to carry on my shoulder of being a bricklayer, you know, I've taken that chip and knocked it off. You know, so my load is a lot lighter now. I don't have to walk around with that chip on my shoulder. You know, it's a good thing. You know, I go to work, you know, do what I gotta do for the bricklayers, make sure they have their mortar and their bricks, make sure the mortar is nice and wet and tempered, you know, and I really enjoy myself out there today. It worked out really good. There's a view of the lake right there. So, oh, thank you, my friend. Cole just got a compliment. So, but anyway, this guy's smoking weed. I can smell it. But anyway, the stuff's legal now, so people can smoke it when they want to. So it's not up to me to judge. You know, it's because people are smoking that damn stuff nowadays. The reason why, you know, the jobs are paying so such good money, because nobody wants to work. Everybody's got that weed in their system, and the jobs are paying good money for somebody that's willing to come out and work hard. But anyway, like I said, I enjoyed myself working today, and particular company that I work for, I came over there last week. I think it was Friday. I came by the job. There was a couple other jobs in the area that I saw people working at. So I said I'd go over here and take a quick gander and see if these guys are hiring. The first place I went to, there were a bunch of guys working. They were laying blocks. And I asked them if they needed bricklayers. No, I didn't ask them if they needed bricks. I asked them if they need laborers, you know. And they say, well, we'll take your number down and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. So that's just a polite way of saying no. And then the job right next door to those, there were some Mexicans there. So, like I said, I have no problems with Mexicans. You know, those guys I was working with before were just assholes. You know, like I said, not because they were Mexican, but because they were assholes. But anyway, I gave these guys a chance. I walked up, I said, hey man, you guys need laborers or whatever? This asshole acted like he couldn't even understand English and whatever, you know. So I'm like, okay, I see how this is. I'm not gonna be dealing with this. So I just said, okay, no problem, my friend. I'm out. So I went ahead and left. And then there was one other job that I wanted to check out. Just so happened to be down the street from my storage unit where I keep my trailer at and my stuff that I store. So I went by there, and there was a laborer working at the mixer. So I walk up to him. I say, man, they hiring? He said, yeah, we need help, but you know, we can't keep anybody in. You know, I said, you a laborer? I'm like, yeah, I'm a laborer. You know, so he's like, yeah, well, the guys we get can't show up for work. They can't come on time. You know, they work a week and then you don't see them anymore. Blah 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 blah. You know, and I could see his frustration because he was a laborer, you know, working on the mixer, mixing the mud and driving the high-low. And if you get lazy people working with you, you know, they'd have been working with him. So he probably was frustrated from, you know, lazy people working with him. So I asked him, I said, well, what are they paying? You know, and he gave me a bullshit number. And I'm like, oh, no wonder they don't come and work or whatever. So I'm like, well, man, nice seeing you. And I started walking back to my truck. He said, hey, wait a minute, man. He said, go over there and talk to the boss or whatever. He's up there on the scaffold over there on the other side of the building. I say, well, you know, they're not paying anything, man. I can't work for that. You know, so he's like, well, you know, talk to him, see what he says, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. So I go over to the side of the building I look up and he's up on the scaffold, you know. So I climb up the scaffold up to where he's at. I says, hey man, I'm looking for work. He says, okay, well let me get your number and we'll see. So I gave him my number. Fortunately, I had my phone in my pocket. So I called him on my phone and his phone rang and he says, I'll give you a call, you know, if we need somebody. We can use somebody, you know. And I was like, okay, I appreciate it, man. So I climbed back down the scaffold. I went over to the truck, got in the truck and, you know, came on home. I had Cole in the truck. They saw Cole stick his head out the window. I know they were like, okay, this guy's got a dog. You know, I think Cole got me that job because they saw him and they were like, well, this guy can't be all bad. He's got a dog. But anyway, I went on ahead and was on pins and needles all weekend. Saturday or Sunday evening, Saturday evening after I got back from the park, I was in the back of the truck, you know, messing around, sitting there looking at videos and messing with Cole. Oh, that is cool. That is really cool. It's nice. She's out here with her little kids. They got them a little kiddie pool. They're staying nice and cool. But anyway, I'm glad Cole didn't take off over there. Cole's on his best behavior today. He's walking with me. He's not acting crazy. Where you? Oh, he's going after a squirrel. I don't know if you guys can see him. But it got away. Come on, buddy. You're not going to catch that squirrel. Get back over here. Good boy. Good boy. You tried. You tried, Cole. You're never going to catch him. He had too much of a head start on you. Man, I feel sorry for any squirrel that he manages to get a hold of because it ain't going to be pretty. But the odds are against him. But one of these days, these squirrels are going to screw up and Cole's going to get a hold of him. And it's just going to be a bad day for a squirrel. But anyway, my phone rang. I answered it. It was the guy. You know, he says, man, you want to work? You know, you start work Monday? I said, yeah, man, no problem. He said, can you be at the job? We start early because it's supposed to be hot next week. So you can get there early. You get there by 6 o'clock a.m. You know, we'll give it a try. I'm like, okay, that'll work, man. I appreciate it. You know, so I was there at 5:30 this morning. You know, that got me some points there because people don't come early for work or whatever. I was working with the laborer. He was mixing the mortar. I was putting it on the boards and helping carry bricks and everything. We worked good together. He's a pretty good guy. These guys ask the normal questions. You know, they'll ask you, how long you been doing this? They'll ask you, where do you live? They'll ask you how old you are, all the above. All questions I don't like to get, questions I don't like to answer. Number one, people ask you if you got kids. They want to know how much money you need, how much money, you know, where you're going to spend your money. You know, you got kids, depending on how many you got. That's a money question, you know. And sometimes people will pay you less if you don't have a bunch of kids. You know, like, oh, this guy ain't got no kids. You know, he can work for less money. This guy, you know, lives in this place. He'll work for less money because of where you live. Or this guy is young and dumb. You know, he don't know, you know, how much he's worth. You know, we can pay him less money. You know, that's why I don't like those questions. You know, plus people want to try to size you up. You know, people find out how old you are. They can compare themselves to you because of their age. You know, of course they rattle off their age, no problem. Like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. And I don't give a damn how old you are. You know, you want a damn cookie? I don't give a shit. You know, I don't care how old you are because I don't participate in that, you know, dick contest, you know. But anyway, and of course they want to know where you live so they can gauge what kind of person you are, you know, how much money you spend on where you live. And people characterize you by where you live, by what area you live in, and whatever, you know. And people tend to live wherever they damn it can, or wherever they can afford it, you know. And unfortunately, your worth is gauged by where you live. I happen to live in a mobile home park. I've got no problem with that. I don't feel any kind of way about it. I'm proud of the park I live in. It's a nice park. And but I don't have to pay much money. I've got a pretty good deal. You know, there's another squirrel. He's not gonna catch it. Come on, Cole. But anyway, all in all, I like those guys. You know, they can't help it. You know, that's just social engineering, social norm that people ask those kind of questions, you know, for those kind of reasons, you know. So it's just a normal thing. Come on, Cole. He's gonna see those birds over there and mess with him. Hope he don't see him. No, he didn't see him. He saw a squirrel though. Come on, Cole. Come on, Cole. Let's go. Leave those birds alone. We're on the bridge. Come here. On me. Get over here. Right here. Right here. Right here, Cole. Right here. Right there. Get on your side. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, this thing makes all the difference. Makes him act right. Slow down. Wait for me. Good boy. How you doing? But anyway, I'm in the tunnel now. Ooh, it feels a lot cooler in here. A lot cooler. I wish you guys could see this graffiti. It's not as good as the graffiti in Detroit, but it's interesting. Ah! Leave him alone. Good boy. But anyway, I'm happy with the job. I like the guys. You know, we joked around about it, so it's no big deal, you know. But I let them understand that I expect to get paid fair, you know, not according to my finances. Don't ask me questions about, you know, how much money I need to earn. Ask me how much this job is paying. You know, I want top dollar because you're getting top, you know, service. So I want to get paid right, you know. So that's all. And I don't intend to make a career out of it. This job is going to be the shot in the arm I need. If I can work this job for the next 3 months, 4 months at the most, I'll be able to pay my bills up all the way through the winter to where I won't have any expenses once I leave to go down to Florida or to go to not California, but to go to Quartzsite. I might go that way. I might go out west and check that out. I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go, but I may do both. I may do the loop. You know, I'm not sure, but depending on how much money I can save up and how far ahead I can get my bills paid, I can, you know, take this winter in pretty decent climate, you know, and you guys will be along for the ride. So, and working this job, you know, it's hard work. You know, I'm really humping out there, but I'm in good shape, and I'll be able to get my body in shape. Oh, these stairs! Oh my gosh, I think I'm in pretty good shape. After working all day, I was able to come out here and take Cole for, I don't know, what's it been, 20 minutes now? 20-minute walk. And it's still 90 degrees out here. It's a hot one today. That trail goes across that street there and all the way up that way goes all the way to the other park. There's another big park that has a shooting range, and a river goes through that, everything. But this is the park where we're gonna stop today, right here. And we're going back to where the truck is parked at. Come on, Cole, let's go. Come on, buddy. But anyway, I just wanted to catch you guys up. Things are going good for me, financially and mentally. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next.